I never thought a single night could change the way I see the world forever, but that night did. It all began when my friends dared me to explore the old, abandoned mansion at the edge of town. Locals whispered about it, saying it was cursed, that strange things happened there, but I had always laughed off such stories. I considered myself brave, or maybe foolish. That night, armed with only a flashlight and my shaky courage, I stepped through the rusted iron gate, which groaned as if warning me to turn back. The air was thick, damp and cold, and the moonlight barely penetrated the overgrown trees surrounding the mansion. As soon as I entered the main hall, a shiver ran down my spine. The floorboards creaked under my weight, echoing through the empty rooms like the footsteps of some unseen entity. Dust particles floated in the flashlight beam, giving the air an almost tangible texture of age and decay. I tried to laugh it off, telling myself it was just my imagination. But then I heard it, a soft whisper, almost too quiet to be real. It seemed to come from the grand staircase, a place where the shadows seemed unnaturally thick. "Go back!" it hissed, and though I froze in terror, my curiosity outweighed my fear. I slowly ascended the steps, each one groaning under my weight, each echoing in a way that made it sound like something, or someone, was following me. At the top, a long corridor stretched before me, lined with doors. Some were slightly ajar, and I swear I could see movement behind the cracked wood. My flashlight flickered, and for a brief moment the corridor was plunged into darkness. I felt my heartbeat in my throat. When the light returned, I could have sworn I saw a figure at the end of the hallway, pale and still, staring directly at me. But when I blinked, it was gone. I pressed on, drawn toward the master bedroom. The door was partially open, and as I pushed it, a wave of cold air hit me. The room was empty, save for an old dust-covered mirror. I approached it, and my own reflection stared back at me, but something was off. The face in the mirror didn't mimic my movements. It smirked when I frowned, blinked when I kept my eyes closed, and I felt a sharp, nauseating fear clawing at my chest. I wanted to run, but my legs refused to obey. Then I heard it again, louder this time. A scraping sound, like fingernails dragging across wood. My flashlight flickered violently, and I caught a glimpse of shadows writhing behind me in the mirror. I spun around, heart pounding, but the room was empty. That's when I realized I wasn't alone. A cold, breathless whisper tickled my ear. "You shouldn't be here." Panic surged, and I bolted from the room, down the corridor, down the staircase. The house seemed alive now. The walls moaned, the floors shifted, and doors slammed shut on their own. I stumbled, my flashlight falling to the floor, illuminating a figure at the top of the stairs. It was tall, impossibly thin, with hollow eyes that seemed to pierce my soul. It raised a hand slowly, and I felt my body freeze, my mind screaming to move but failing. Then just as suddenly everything went quiet. I found myself outside, gasping for air, the mansion looming silently behind me. I don't remember running all the way back home, but I woke up the next morning drenched in sweat, convinced it had been a nightmare. But then I noticed something chilling. My flashlight, the one I had dropped, was on my desk, its beam still weakly flickering. And in the mirror of my room, for a fraction of a second, I swear I saw that same hollow-eyed figure staring back at me. Since that night, I've avoided abandoned buildings, alleyways, and dark corridors. But sometimes at night, I hear faint whispers just outside my window, calling me back to that mansion. And every time I see a shadow in a mirror, I feel it. The cold touch of something that should not exist. Something that waits. I used to laugh at ghost stories. Now I know better. Some doors once opened can never be closed again. And some horrors once seen refuse to let you forget.